Hello, everyone. It's Ben and Daphne from the Incubator podcast. How are you?
I'm doing great. This is fun.
Yeah, this is
Trying
our
something
first
new.
official YouTube video. I think. I think all
Well, we
the
have
other,
lots of YouTube videos, but
but the ones that we're doing on purpose for YouTube. This is a. It's not a sin of omission this time. It's a sin of commission. We are definitely wanting to do this. Um, we wanted to take this opportunity to talk to you all about some of the updates that we have for you at the incubator, specifically the new website that we've rolled out a few weeks back. We're very excited about that. Definitely. Is there anything else that we need to share?
well, I think lots of people have been to the website, but we're hoping that people will really be able to use it for a lot of different things, like one, getting information, two, finding more about. There's so much work that you put in. I think going to the show notes, I think that people don't even know there's other resources, references, way to get in touch with speakers that we have on. So I don't want to miss the stuff that was already happening on the website, but we're hoping that it'll be a really good tool for education for people who are starting new projects, for people who are studying for the boards, but also for educators. So, like if you wanted to give a chalk talk or something at the bedside, that you'd have just some things at your fingertips.
Yeah. Yeah, we wanted to also to take a moment to thank each and every one of you. I think that this month marks 4 years since our first episode aired.
That's right.
And we've grown so much. That's thanks to all of you tuning in, sharing the content, and supporting us. And so I think that this redesign of our website is a direct product
Yeah.
of the support that we are receiving from you all, from the community. Um, so should we just get right into it?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I think that one of the things you'll notice is that the website doesn't feel completely different, but that was also something that we feel that from our community, we don't like too much change. So
Too
I
much.
think that if we could effectuate the change that
Stepwise change.
yeah, I think that if we could effectuate the change that we want without revamping everything, it always makes us feel better. I don't know if whenever the EMR changes something and you come on Monday and you're like, what is this now?
Arg.
Where are the buttons?
Miserable day.
But we did notice a few things from the website. Number one is that most of you all are accessing the website from your phones, and so one of the things that we definitely took took up was that we knew we had to make the site a lot more mobile friendly, quick to load, and easy to navigate. So that's, I think, the first thing that you'll notice is that the website works a lot more effectively on mobile phones, whether you're on an iPhone or on an Android or Galaxy device. It will work much better. I believe that the original version of the website basically loaded the desktop version. Um, so hopefully that is better, and we have a nice new menu on the side that pops up so that it's easy for everyone to navigate. And the other thing, obviously, is that we realized that as our initiatives grew, we people were coming to the website for more also than sometimes just the podcast, and so it was important for us to make sure that all the resources that we have available to you all are available through the site. Um, so I think that one of the other things that was the priority for this new website was that we would make it a true educational resource. And so we've been thinking a lot about how do we make that happen. And so I think that I'm gonna pull up um, I am going to pull up the website and then we can take a look. But what if you are listening to this and you're not seeing this on YouTube? What you'll notice is that the website has a brand new bar at the top that has little cute icons. We spent a lot of time agonizing over these icons, and these icons basically have a variety of different topics. They range from resuscitation, pharmacology, bilirubin, cardiovascular, ENT, endocrine, genetics, ethics, hemonc, and so on and so forth. And these actually were selected based on the fact that they represent the domains of the neonatology board exam. And we know there's been some changes to them. So the decision was made to reflect specifically these particular topics. And they're all, each and every one of these icons is clickable. And let's say that you click on a specific topic like cardiovascular, you'll end up on a cardiovascular page. And each page is going to be structured the same way. You'll have Journal Club, Neo Review, and interviews. And if you click on Journal Club, you will be able to see all the different articles that we have covered in a variety of different Journal Club on the topic of cardiology. And each of these articles is clickable, and it should send you directly to the audio of the review of that specific article. We started cutting our Journal Club into Journal Club shorts for those of you who are following Journal Clubs. So if there is a Journal Club short associated with a specific paper, you'll be sent directly to that. If we had not done one because these articles were reviewed prior to us doing that, you'll just be sent to the Journal Club episode. The other thing that's kind of neat is that you'll get access to the Neo Reviews article. So if you are subscribed to the Neonatology Review podcast, you'll be able to sort of link directly to some of the questions that we've covered for the boards. And then if you are here for interviews, then at the bottom, we'll have all the interviews that we've done on the topic, in this case, of cardiology. So I see that the number one interview that pops up is our interview with Dr. Gil Vernovsky in the context of NeoHeart. Gil is an amazing individual, so it's kind of nice to see that one there. We have our interview with Dr. Afif El-Koufash and so on. So the point here is really to make this a truly truly an educational resource, so that if you have a team of trainees and you say, hey, let's try to plan something, you'd be able to come up here, pick a topic, find an article, and maybe pick that as a topic of conversation. And the articles obviously are organized chronologically. Daphne, anything to add
I think,
about this
I'm
feature?
hoping you can go to one of them that also has some of our old PowerPoints. I wanna make sure people know that those are still there. I think maybe Billy Rubin, maybe?
Yeah, so I think that we did at some point in time, there was a series of episodes that we did for the Neonatology Review podcast. So if you go in the Neonatology Review, you'll have information about specifically how to listen to the podcast. You'll have some show notes and some support if there's any issues. But if you go into show notes, you'll be sent to a series of reviews that we did on specific topics. For example, here we see one about GBS. And when you click on this particular resource, you'll see that we have some resources about our review of GBS. They include a PowerPoint presentation so that you can use that to actually give talks. It has links to some of the articles that we covered on the show, and it references the articles in question. So I think these are the presentations you're referring to.
That's right. Perfect.
Another way that we are making sure that the website is a true educational resource is by we've now optimized the search bar as well. It's now sitting at the top of the it's sitting at the top of the website. And the idea is that you should be able to search for keywords throughout episodes. So each episode page will have a transcript on it. And so, for example, if we type, oh, I'm not typing, but if we are typing, for example, BPD, and we are trying to find out a little bit some episodes that might be related to BPD, you can see that first of all, the first one that's coming up is our recent interview with Audrey Miller from Nationwide Children's Hospital, who is their newly minted director of the BPD program. And obviously, you'll have all these other articles that refer to BPD. Some of them will be journal clubs, some of them will be interviews. You can see here an early interview with Dr. Eric Jensen.
Mhm.
That was kind of like the
A
big get.
fun one.
I
Yeah.
remember I sort of jumped up and down when he agreed to come on the podcast. I was
You
like
were
episode 20.
starstruck.
Yeah. Yeah. I never expected him to respond. Thank you, Diana Montoya Williams, who actually gave us his email address. I remember I felt like we had the insider scoop there. Yeah, you can see here Dr. Benkalari, and obviously it will go through the different transcript and find some of these episodes for us. We've also brought on the team a new member that specifically will be reviewing transcripts for us to make sure that they're accurate specifically for Journal Club. So we're very excited about that.
I
Definitely,
think
you're
those
you're,
are the
you're
biggies.
awfully silent.
I'm too quiet?
You're too quiet. Yes, you're
Well,
never
since
that
we're on
quiet.
the website, did you wanna show people how to register for Delphi in that upper corner?
Absolutely. So obviously, one of the other aspects of the website is that number one, you'll see here this menu on the right hand side. We have the podcast. So the first thing is the website, the podcast. Obviously, we have all the different series that we've rolled out over the past few years. You can see, for example, at the bench. You can see here our Tech Tuesday episodes. You can see Beyond the Beeps right here. So they're all organized so that if you're looking for a specific episode from a specific series and you want to just see them, you can see it here. We also have our other podcast in other languages. I have a particular affection for the French one because I co-host it with Dr. Gabriel Altit. But and then we have our various episodes. This is the latest one that we recorded, which is a conversation with Dr. Andrew Assad from Canada about neonatal stimulation. So if you speak French, I recommend it. It's really a good. It's really a good episode. But we have episodes in other languages as well. One of the big pages, obviously, is the page about the Delphi Conference. This has obviously been redesigned as well, also with mobile in mind. You can register right here. You have a button that makes it easy for you to register. And the conference will be taking place January 26, 2026 in Fort Lauderdale. Same venue as last time. We're very excited about this particular edition of the Delphi Conference. We will have the agenda coming up soon. We are working on finalizing the last speakers. But another great thing is that you can see here some of our recently released videos. I think this is I think that outside of the curation efforts that go into Delphi, I think that this is probably the second biggest point of pride for us, where the videos that we're gathering are truly special. They're amazing resources. The talks are done in TED style format, so they're less than 20 minutes, and they involve some of the biggest names in our field talking about subjects that are highly relevant. So this is a talk by Terry Ender talking about like what are the things that she uses to improve neurological outcomes for her NICU graduate. It's truly a fascinating talk. It had a lot of success.
Mhm.
Um, I think that at some point, right, she mentions that one of the ways that she improved neurological outcomes for her babies is that she's just starting using a stopwatch for how long she takes to draw blood from these babies to avoid hemodynamic sort of instability. And that
Yeah,
was a
because a
big,
lot of people took home that
yeah,
pearl for
yeah.
sure, right to the bedside. And I think this would be a perfect opportunity, if you're having like a fellas getting together, like a noon conference, you just wanted to do, have a
Yeah.
short chat, right?
Having been a chief fellow, like
Yeah,
there's many
I
times
would
at
have
noon
loved to
where
have.
whoever was supposed to speak is somehow not there.
That's right.
They're caught up somewhere else, and you're like, okay, we were supposed to have Jimmy give us a talk about this. Highly encourage you go to the Incubator YouTube page and find a Delphi talk. They are all phenomenal, and I'm saying this not because I'm not the one giving them, but the people that came to Delphi have
Yeah.
graced us with amazing content. So
And I mean, honestly, the talks were better than we could have imagined. Right? We looked at ourselves, especially during this last Delphi, and said, "Oh man, like this was really cool." Or, you know, I'd never heard them say that. Even some big names in neonatology really asked them to give us something new and different. And in 20 minutes. So it's such a great way, I think, to learn some really high yield.
it's stressful. It's a
Yeah,
stressful thing. We've seen a lot of greats that I have tremendous respect for. I
for
think they're
sure.
the best of the best, and yet somehow the format stresses them out a little bit. And I'm like, shit, this is how are you like you're. So it's they put a lot of effort into these talks, and yeah, they're quite good. All right, Daphne, we invite people to continue checking out the YouTube page of the Incubator website of the Incubator page, and we'll have more content, and we'll try to deliver more and more of the episodes in video format. If YouTube is where you mostly congregate, then we hope to be here for you. So with that, thank you very much.
Bye, everybody.